this comes almost 2 years since Maggie and Paul were murdered at the family's Moselle property. The jury convicting Alec less than 24 hours ago. And now we have Alec's mugshot. The Department of Corrections tweeting this picture saying he will undergo a medical evaluation before being taken to a maximum security prison. Earlier today, Alec appeared in court in a jumpsuit and handcuffs. And right now, the disbarred attorney is set to serve 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. But this afternoon, Murdaugh's defense team promised to fight his conviction. His attorneys say they will appeal the guilty verdict within 10 days. And we are covering all sides tonight with reaction from the defense, and we're hearing exclusively from the prosecution.
WSAV's Andrew Davis is following every step of this case. He is joining us now live from the Colleton County Courthouse with a closer look at today's sentencing.
Well, Alex's attorneys say it's just a bad investigation. The prosecution said the jury made the right decision. Both sides, though, now know that Alec Murdaugh is headed to prison. 2 consecutive life sentences without parole for murder.
What tangle web we weave? What did you mean by that?
It meant when I lied, I continue to lie.
And the question is, when will it end?
Judge Clifton Newman laying out Alec's sentence while he stood in shackles and a jail jumpsuit in front of his sister, his brother John Marvin, and his only remaining son, Buster. Alec once again professed his innocence, saying he would never hurt Maggie. He would never hurt Paul. After the hearing, his defense team echoed that, saying the prosecution, though, never proved that case.
They won this case the day the judge bought into letting them put every piece of, stealing from kids who lost their mother, from somebody with pancreatic cancer, somebody that's a paraplegic. I mean, all of that 2.5 weeks, by the time they got done with it, it didn't matter about final argument. It didn't matter about what we put up. They would never, ever, ever acquit him after that.
That really was powerful. In a sit-down interview exclusively with News 3, South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson and Prosecutor Creighton Waters told me it was a team effort that made this happen to make sure the jurors heard the message that Alec Murdaugh was not just a liar, he's a criminal and a murderer.
And I'm thinking to myself, these jurors are sitting there. If my wife and son are brutally murdered 2 minutes after I leave the house, and I'm going to be saying, why didn't I stay? Why wasn't I there? If only. Yeah. And he never said that.
It's such a long process that I felt comfortable with leaving it in the jury's hands. Trial lawyers can be pretty superstitious. I don't like to think about the verdict, talk about the verdict, or anything like that. But I knew that I and the team, we had looked those jury in the eye. I knew Alec had done the same thing, and I felt confident that they would know that he had lied to them when he did that, and that would be a deciding factor.
Now, one of the jurors who did talk about the verdict said one of the key points, that Alec didn't cry when he was on the stand, but instead just had those snot moments that you saw in the pictures and on the video, said that was a big difference. Alec now will spend 45 days in that Kirkland Correctional Institute going through a variety of tests, including a mental evaluation, before being sent to a South Carolina maximum security prison. And once again, his attorneys have said when 10 days comes up, they will file an appeal. Tina, Ben?
And Andrew, what was the energy like in the courtroom during that sentencing hearing today?
All the energy got sucked out of the room last night, Ben. It was the weirdest feeling. It was a stunned silence last night when the verdict came down so quickly. Today, I think everybody had spent all their emotion, they had spent their energy, and it was just dead silence, including from Alec himself and his own family. His sister gasped slightly. Other than that, there was nothing to it. Buster started to tear up, but kept his stone face that he's kept throughout this entire trial. And all the media even really had nothing to say. They were just writing down Clifton Newman's words. And after that, it was just sort of done. And everyone walked away going, this long, arduous process is now finally over.
Andrew, you talked about the intake process and the number of days. Where will Alec Murdaugh end up after that's over?
That's really an interesting question, Tina, because where do you put him? He has so many ties in this low country area, but he's been in Colombia for a very long time as well, and he's known now throughout. So I think they're going to have to find some place not in our direct area because there are going to be too many ties here. I would expect him to go upstate somewhere possibly, or even in the Columbia area, to make sure, A, he's safe, because we don't know what's going to happen. You're seeing the mugshot there. I mean, they had to shave his head. They did everything. He's a full-fledged inmate now, but he's still maybe the most celebrated inmate that they're going to have. So I think safety is going to be priority number one for them. I'll expect him to go probably somewhere in Columbia or farther north in the upstate. I'm in Walterboro. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3. Back to you guys.
Andrew Davis there for us this whole time in Colleton County. Thank you so much.
And we want to remind you our coverage continues right now on our website. You can find a breakdown of each day of the trial at wsav.com/Murdaugh.
And coming up later tonight on an all-new 2-hour Dateline, insiders close to the Murdaugh family speaking out for the first time to Craig Melvin of NBC News. That airs tonight at 9 o'clock only right here on WSAV.